Jon Jones is back. He will be fighting today against Stipe Miocic, and the fight is long awaited, even though most of us are pretty sure that Stipe Miocic doesn't really stand a chance. But let's not be so quick. Stipe Miocic is seen by many as one of the heavyweight goats. He has the most title defenses ever in the UFC, which is four, which isn't really all that much, but he was a Golden Gloves boxer as a youth, so he is a really good boxer. And let's not forget, he knocked out Francis Ngannou. He's one of the very few guys ever to beat Francis Ngannou, who's also seen by many as probably the strongest MMA fighter of all time. And he was beaten by that guy. He was also an NCAA Division I champion, so he's a very, very good wrestler. But he's 42 years old. He's 42, and let's not forget who this man is. Jon Jones is probably the greatest MMA fighter of all times. Either it's Jones, maybe it's Fedor Emelianenko. These two are the just fighting power, highest fighting power of all times. Maybe one of the greatest technicians, surely one of the greatest strategists, surely one of the greatest fight IQs and eyes, and he's just got that destructive talent, you know what I mean? Like as a fighter, some fighters are athletes, other fighters are, I don't know how to say without getting banned, like they just got it, just to hurt, to destroy. Jon Jones is so notorious for just his eye pokes, his stomps to the knee, his brutality is unmatched, especially in the heavyweight division. Heavyweights are very sensitive to pain, and Jon Jones is like most brutal. And he's got the reach. His reach is over 84 inches. That's 2 meter 15. It's crazy. He's got the greatest reach ever, and he's got 4.5 inches, like 12 centimeters more than Stipe Miocic. That is an amazing reach advantage, even though both are the same height, 6'4", like 1 meter 95. He was able to wrestle with Daniel Cormier, who was on an Olympic level. He was able to outstrike just about anybody he's ever faced. So anything but a clear decisive win by Jon Jones would be a surprise. Anything can happen, especially in the heavyweight division. Especially in the heavyweight. The reason why 4 title defenses is the best that ever was is the heavyweight division is so unpredictable, and one punch can change anything. So it's gonna be nerve-wracking from start to finish, and I must say it right as it is. I admire Jon Jones as a great fighter, but I really don't really like him as a person. And I love Miocic as a person. He's like a perfect champ. I really wish the UFC would start selling their fighters instead of telling the fighters you have to fight to sell yourself. I wish the UFC as a promotion would start promoting. Miocic would be sellable as the perfect American hero, right? He's a fireman, for Christ. He's a fireman, family, father, the perfect face, like the perfect friendly person, super fighter, like GSP of our generation. And Jon Jones, let's be real, he's the perfect heel, like he tries to be good. He really tries, I give him that, but he just can't. It's just not for him. He's just born to be bad boy. That's just who it is. It's just who he is. So yeah, I wish Miocic would win, but it's extremely unlikely. Most likely, Jon Jones will dominate that fight. I'll say he's the better striker with the hands, better kicker, most probably also the better wrestler, 6 years younger, more reach. I don't see any realistic way how Miocic could win that fight other than like a lucky punch. So the way that I assume that it will go, I don't like to give predictions for things that I know. I'm gonna say it's likely that this happens or that this happens, but it can switch. I think Jon Jones will dominate that fight pretty much start to finish. There will be some flare-ups. Miocic will be like, he will come, he will show aggression, he will be able to push for a couple seconds, we will have hope, and then Jon Jones will turn the tide again. And I even think that Jon Jones will probably end that fight by about round 3. Could go to a decision, could be earlier, but most likely, if I'd had to bet, I would say about round 3. So, what's your prediction? Who do you think will win that fight? How will they win that fight? Write me in the comments. And as always, follow for more martial arts and body-mind control.